All right, Zandy. Looked a little bit like a couple things. It was a year like A beats B, B beats C, C beats A, and here coming together. And even as the week went on, it didn't seem like there was anybody. Maybe Cal, a little getting out, and then here your crew really put something together. How do you reckon a year, and then like the last 4 or 5 days when that's the situation, and how do you think your crew achieved it?
Well, when you just sort of want to take a look at the year, I mean, obviously we started off with a loss to Brown and a very narrow victory to Princeton, and then we watched as Brown went out west and lost to both Stanford and Cal, with Cal seemingly ahead of the field, and then Stanford showed everybody that Cal could be taken, and then Cal turned that back around at Pac-12s. So I think, when you're watching all of that, you're just sort of wondering, well, how close to that speed are we? And you don't know that until you get to the championship. And so that's something that makes the heats and the semis sort of really exciting and anxious, because you're trying to figure out, are we near these crews? Are we not? Are we ahead of these crews? Are we behind? And so as the regatta plays out, I think the one thing that you tend to see are certain crews gaining momentum as the 3 days unfold, and other crews maybe stumbling. For this particular event, by the end of the semis yesterday, when you're looking at 6 crews who have all finished within 2 seconds of each other, you know that there are going to be 6 boats at the starting line that all believe that they can win. But your experience as a coach also tells you all 6 of those boats are not going to be within 2 seconds of each other. All right. Some of these crews are going to come and be able to put together a championship race, and others of them are going to falter. And so I guess as a coach, all you're really trying to do is, what are the things we need to focus on to increase the probability that we're going to put together a championship race, and try and keep yourself and your crew paying attention to those things. Focusing on the process, staying within the shell. If you have the opportunity to have something fortunate happen outside the boat to build some momentum during the event, awesome. But if not, you better come off the water having rowed a really good race. And I think, whether it was 14 or even 13 when we didn't win, but we broke through as a team on the varsity 8's bronze medal. 14 last year going up against Cal, that the grand final was the first time we had raced them, so I think that had a lot of unknowns there. This year, I think it was really fortunate. We got to race them in the semi. We knew how we felt about the row that we had had and the margin that we had had, and so I think we were feeling like we could definitely be better in the grand final. Whether that was going to be good enough, who knew? But we just sort of focused on what those things were going to need to be.
All right, it's great. Looked sort of here on the day as this unfolded. It looked. I overheard folks saying, "Has this crew just been lying in wait?" Did you feel like that, or
no? No, I think and it's no.
This is the goof question.
Not.
This is the goof question.
Yeah, I mean, I think from the outside, I guess I can imagine how you think that, particularly given the fact that we've strung a couple together now, but absolutely not. I mean, you have no idea, and the race that they put together stunned me as much as I think anybody else who'd been watching the regatta. That was really all them, just putting together their best row at the most important time.
Done.
Right on.